So Dak Prescott just said exactly what the Cowboys need to beat the Eagles in week 1, but it also happens to be the key to the entire season if the Cowboys want to make it to the playoffs. Hey, what's up, everyone? It is Mauricio Rodriguez here at ATOZ Sports Dallas, and this week we've got regular season football. We've got the Cowboys squaring off against the Eagles, and by the way, this video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you follow ATOZ Sports Dallas in all social media platforms because I will be sharing my plays every single week for every single Cowboys game. And listen, we just don't know who the Cowboys are in 2025. Las Vegas projects them to win under 8 games. Micah Parsons is out of the picture. There's a new play caller, a new head coach in Brian Schottenheimer. And the Cowboys get to test themselves versus not only an NFC East rival, but the reigning, defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. And that's why I think what Dak Prescott said heading into the game about how to beat the Eagles really matters beyond week 1. If the Cowboys want to be a playoff team this season, they need to be what Dak Prescott said. And what I mean by that is that Dak Prescott told reporters what they need to do to beat the Eagles defense, and that was, we just got to come out and throw the first punch, understanding that we have to be the aggressors because they're confident in the few things that they do. Now, I understand exactly what Dak Prescott means when talking about week 1. If we're talking about beating the Eagles, you don't want them to get a lead because they can bully you in the ground game. They've got Saquon Barkley, they've got Jalen Hurts, and even though they had some losses on the offensive line, they remain one of the best rushing teams in the entire league. And sure, the Cowboys just got nose tackle Kenny Clark, and while they lost Micah Parsons, some people have been talking about how this helps the run defense. Jerry Jones talked about it in the press conference. I had my doubts about it, but maybe that's another topic for a different day. However, I would be surprised if Kenny Clark's arrival suddenly changes the entire Cowboys defense and makes them a juggernaut versus the run days after Kenny Clark joined the team. So to keep them from building that lead, as Dak Prescott said, they have to come out and be aggressors. And to do that, really, I think about the Cowboys passing game. If you think about it, the strength of the Cowboys offense, if they want to put points on the board, it's in throwing the football. Because sure, maybe Schottenheimer and offensive coordinator Clayton Adams will shake up the scheme. Maybe the Cowboys do have a strong interior offensive line. But if you're talking about Jimmy's and Joe's, the Cowboys' talent really is at pass catchers. You've got CeeDee Lamb, one of the best receivers in the entire NFL. George Pickens, one of the best number 2 wide receivers in the entire league, and 2 weapons that really complement each other, because now it will be very tough to double CeeDee when Pickens is this vertical threat that can really challenge cornerbacks one-on-one. They will need safety help on both sides of the offense, but then try to do that with CeeDee and Pickens lined up to the same side, right? And CeeDee working the slot. Not to mention the Cowboys also have Jake Ferguson at tight end and Dak Prescott at quarterback. Again, if I'm talking about the offense, that's where the strength is. If you're talking about being an aggressor, that's where it is. Now, another reason why I think Prescott's comment goes beyond week 1 is really I'm worried about the defense. Again, Kenny Clark might give you an answer at the nose tackle position, but I just don't know if the pass rush is good enough to mask some of the problems that this defense will have. That includes some injuries at linebacker, right? The Marvin Overshown's going to return until late in the year. That includes the fact that Trevon Diggs recently says that he will return no later than week 4, which really I don't know what that means for early in the season, and also how he will play once he does return to the field. Now, is Kaiir Elam's hype going to hold up? I'm just worried about the defense, and I'm obviously worried about the Cowboys running offense because of the talent. Now, let's be honest. The Cowboys have a very tough schedule in 2025, and if they are to exceed expectations this year, they will need to have an elite aspect to the team, whether that's on defense, on offense. I really genuinely believe if there is an elite potential in this team, it's the passing offense. Dak Prescott was an MVP candidate just 2 years ago. CeeDee Lamb was on his way to become Offensive Player of the Year too. Now he's got a running mate in George Pickens. So Prescott's comment about beating the Eagles, man, that's for the entire season. They need to be aggressors. They need to bet on the passing game. Now let me know if you agree or disagree with this. The Cowboys passing offense should be its identity. And I'll see you next time here at ATOZ Sports Dallas.